What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, another interesting video for you here on the channel. Who will dethrone Lyra Valkyria? Man, oh man, Lyra Valkyria, the IC title winner. A little, not shocking. I did believe that it was Dakota Kai or Lyra Valkyria to win, but, which actually I thought it was going to be Becky Lynch. I thought they were going to bring her back before the Raw debut and then put her in the tournament, like injuring somebody, and then they win. When I thought that was going to happen with Kairi Sane. Didn't. Who dethroned Lyra Valkyria? Now, I want to say, truthfully, that it was crazy to see Lyra Valkyria win only because they didn't really put her on TV for a while. If you would have done this right when she was getting pushed, I would have 100% went with you and said this makes a lot of sense. But I'm so happy that they gave a young up-and-comer in Lyra Valkyria the title. I think that's what it's worth. Sad it wasn't Dakota Kai. I think Dakota Kai does deserve her flowers, and hopefully one day she does get a singles title. But I have to say, Lyra Valkyria, fair enough, and I get it. So we're going to go through 7 people. This isn't, I usually in a lot of rankings and a lot of predictions on who will dethrone, I will go through and I'll explain. This is from, 1 to 10. We have 10 people. This is my favorite. This is technically kind of like it, but this is all way closer, where I'm going to be truthful. I could see really almost anybody on this list really being the one to dethrone her. It's so early to tell what, way they're going to go with this. I'm just going to be honest. It truthfully is anyone that could dethrone her. So let's give 7 people, technically, we'll talk about that could dethrone Lyra Valkyria. Starting off with Roxanne Perez. Now, I throw Roxanne Perez here, but I kind of doubt myself. I think Roxanne Perez is more than likely going to go to SmackDown. I think, actually, I'm recording this right when I came back from vacation, so it's a Wednesday. Roxanne Perez had a little thing with Bayley, with potential her and Bayley having a little bit of a feud, maybe entering SmackDown. I could see something going on to really kickstart a Roxanne Perez. But, and if, let me say this, but, if they don't have a feud, then I could see her, going to Raw, maybe becoming a young talent on Raw to potentially win a, IC title. Now, 2, well, I guess 1, she might be on SmackDown. 2, is it a little too early to do Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyria again? Like, it wasn't just that Stand and Deliver last year. I don't know. It was an amazing match by the two. But I have to say, it's a little early. I don't think Roxanne Perez should be the one to dethrone Lyra Valkyria. I think it should be, maybe a veteran instead, not Roxanne Perez. Up next, we have Io Sky. I think Io Sky has been in this weird area where I think she's a main title holder and main title winner, but they haven't booked her like it. Like, I think Io Sky definitely deserves the main title of a brand for the women's side, but they haven't booked her like she would win one. So it's hard for me to say 100% Io Sky is going to be a, amazing, amazing, I keep wanting to say winner, have a amazing chance at going for the women's title. So I want to say I have her here at the mid card, but again, it's very hard because it's kind of a knock on her. But if this IC title has kind of been a big thing now and they're kind of making it for the mid card talent, then I don't really see her winning. But if it's for actually just like all talent, I want to say Io Sky. Up next, we have Asuka on this list. Here's the thing. Asuka's coming back from injury. I think they're going to have to rebuild her a little bit. Asuka back in the day was electrifying, amazing, insane, winning these titles, winning these, what am I thinking? Like the Charlotte Flair, Asuka, and Bianca match was amazing. Io Sky cashing in, of course. I have to say, when they put her with a tag team with Kairi Sane, in my opinion, it's kind of screwed over Asuka. I think a lot of people don't realize how good Asuka was. I think she does deserve another title reign, but I think it's going to be a way to build her up after this injury. I think a mid-card title like the IC title could be an excellent way to really push her and to really build her back up. But it's still Asuka, where she could go for maybe a main card title. Up next, we have Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill's another kind of, I'm 50-50 on this one because I think Jade Cargill is potentially big enough where they might say, you know what, let's not give her a mid-card title. Let's actually give her, a main title. Let's push her to the moon. And maybe that's through Money in the Bank. Maybe that's through, Queen of the Ring. Whatever it might be, I could see Jade Cargill instead going through a route to get the main title, like the heavyweight title, the WWE Championship. But maybe, and just maybe, instead it's a mid-card title, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think Jade Cargill having that would put a lot more eyes on it. I think that's a great way if you really want to make Jade Cargill, you know, if you really want to make Jade Cargill a potential person to have a singles title run that's not interfering with maybe the world title, the WWE title. I think Jade Cargill having the US title or having this IC title is an amazing way to start that. And I honestly would rather see that than her just immediately jumping to the top. I think Jade Cargill makes a lot of sense to win this IC title and maybe go against a Lyra Valkyria. But it'd be interesting to see what the two young talents going against each other. Up next, you have Jordynne Grace. Huge, and I mean huge Jordynne Grace fan. I'm expecting Jordynne Grace to sign with WWE and debut at the Royal Rumble. But it's really, and I mean truthfully, it's really just like, where does she go after that? Does she go to NXT? I can see a lot of people thinking, and myself included, that she goes to NXT because a lot of people are more inclined to be behind her because she's more NXT, and a lot of people know about her from there. Is she more likely to jump to SmackDown? Maybe there's enough talent on Raw, which I don't think so. Maybe there's enough talent on Raw that she goes for the US title with Chelsea Green. Whatever it might be, I'd like to see her maybe on SmackDown more. Did I say Raw earlier and not SmackDown? I wanted her to go SmackDown and win the US title from Chelsea Green. I want her they immediately establish that she is a huge player in this game. I also want to say that I don't think they would do Lyra Valkyria versus Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace is a babyface. She's not going to be the one to destroy a Lyra Valkyria. It's hard for me to see who could go up against Lyra Valkyria because this mid-card, truthfully, doesn't have insane amount of heels right now. And I think more than likely my next pick, PFC, Pure Fusion Collective, could be the ones to really take it off of her. I think that I have a 1 and 2 that's tied, in Pure Fusion Collective right now for me is the ones where I'm seeing that, you know what? If you really want to push this faction, you got to put some gold on them. How do you do that? You get this faction and go against a Lyra Valkyria, and you get them to win some gold. Now, I have them all here because they haven't really stuck out who's the single star out of the three. For example, this kind of just reminds me, and if they would do it, it's really just like copy and paste in my opinion, how they start off Kalani Jordan with Fatal Influence, where Fatal Influence was really the three that kept messing with Kalani. Then finally one day they had a one-on-one. I forget what the match is called. One-on-one with Kalani. She wins. Then she goes against another one, then another one. And that's how Fallon Henley won the championship. Is there a way where we have this again with Pure Fusion Collective? I'm not saying the one-on-one things, but I'm saying in a sense that a trio goes against the singles for the mid-card title of the brand and wins it. I don't know, but they really haven't showed who's the single star out of here. My money is that they think that out of all these three, that Zoe Stark is the best one because Sonya Deville wasn't even in the tournament, which she was very mad. I think Sonya Deville is more than likely the best one in my opinion. That's just me personally. Shayna Baszler has been, getting buried a lot where she was in the title, IC title, lost, and even lost to Lola Vice on NXT. So it's hard to say that. I have to say that Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville, and then Zoe Stark's number one. I think Zoe Stark even beating and moving on into one round kind of shows me that they believe Zoe Stark is probably the best out of them. So maybe you put Zoe Stark on the IC title. I don't know. But my winner, I think that's probably going to take it away from her, is Becky Lynch. And you might say, this doesn't make sense. Lyra and Becky are best friends. They're good friends. Lyra already beat Becky in NXT. I hear you. But I think if you want to make a compelling story, and it's not just like I've been getting screwed over by PFC. If you want to make a compelling story, you have Becky Lynch come back. She's a heel. And maybe something happens where Lyra's like, hey, what are you doing? Like, don't do this. And Becky's like, I don't have much time. I need to win gold. And Lyra's like, this isn't the way. And she's like, if you don't like it, get out of my way. I don't know. I'm making just stuff up on the spot. Maybe Becky and Lyra have a little feud where, it's two ex-best friends going at it again. And maybe Becky's the one that kind of dethrones Lyra Valkyria. I think there's a way that you can tell a good story with her holding the title that really grows that story. And I'm going to have to say, it not grows the title entirely, but really does help with, maybe gain some eyes on the title. I think Becky Lynch would be the one to maybe dethrone Lyra Valkyria. You get a legend like Becky Lynch on that title, having that name on that title, and then maybe Becky loses it to somebody else in the future. I don't know who entirely. Maybe it's somebody that gets called up, whatever it might be. I don't know. I like this as the pick. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.